a little fly that is driving us crazy. Landed on Grayson's Cheez-Its. And welcome to the Hooked on Owls podcast, episode number 2. My name is Lacey, and I come to you today from Michigan in the United States, where I live with my boyfriend and our 5 children. Again, his, mine, and ours situation. And we also have a dog and our African gray parrot. When I uploaded my first episode, I really wasn't sure if I was going to do this again. So I did not advertise on my Facebook or my personal Facebook page that I would be, or that I have done a podcast. I only put it up on my Instagram. Surprisingly, I ended up getting way more subscribers than I was expecting. So yay, that was exciting. I think I only had like 2 friends and 1 family member that found out and decided to subscribe for me. So that was pretty sweet of them, and very exciting that more than that actually subscribed. I was pretty happy about that. So I figured let's do at least one more and see where it goes from there. To start off, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Hooked on Owls, all lowercase, one word. And I'm also on Ravelry as Lacey1321. Speaking of Ravelry, I did an overhaul over the last couple weeks. Actually, I think I did it in like a 2-day span. I had like 32 or 36 pages of a queue, like way over 1,000 things in my queue. And I decided to go through and clear it out and save only the ones that I'm definitely going to be doing. I'm down to 4 pages and only like 112 items. So that was a massive overhaul, very much needed. Definitely took a lot of time going through all of those though. So let's jump right in today with what am I wearing, obviously. Basic, put my tea down, half granny square shawl today. And this is made in the Mandala Warlock colorway, because Warlock, hello. Mandala has some of the absolute coolest names for a commercial. Let me think that through. For a commercial yarn, the Mandala has some of the absolute coolest colorway names. I mean, Warlock, Mage, Unicorn, Pegasus. Fantastic. Get that back on there. So yep, this actually was my very first shawl ever. When I first started watching podcasts, I watched Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet, and she had on a half granny shawl in her first podcast, I think it was, and hers was done in much brighter colors. I can't remember the name of hers, but I fell in love with it. So actually, this isn't the first shawl I did. I lied. I did one in the Pegasus colorway first. This one I did a little bit later on. But I like these colors better than the Pegasus because that one's kind of hot pink. Not my thing. But I love this one. It's very fall, and it's got a lot of the purple I like. I'm not normally a gold color person. It makes me look a little jaundiced, but I'm working with it today. Do what you can, right? So, some of you may notice I got a haircut. Well, I cut my own hair, but I cut my hair. After the last episode, I noticed that it was incredibly long, and it was driving me crazy, and it had no life to it anymore because it was so long and so heavy. So I chopped it like 7 inches. Sorry, dog's making noise. I chopped like 7 inches off of it. And the worst part is, I didn't tell anybody, and half of like my boyfriend's family didn't even notice. Like, well, it still looks so long. I'm like, it looks really, really short to me. I mean, it is still long, let's be honest, but it feels a lot different for sure. I am right now, but I don't normally pull on it as much. It's not falling in my way all the time anymore. It's pretty fantastic. I'm in love with this length hair. It's a good mom hair length because I can still pull it up in a ponytail if I need to. Nothing to do with knitting or crochet. Let's get back on topic here. So first, before I get into finished objects today, I want to do a shout out of thank you to Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet. She was super sweet and sent me a little package. She sent me one of these amazing plaid bags. It's got the zipper up top, nice big. I can keep a decent sized project in there. And she sent me a couple of packs of tea, which she sent me this one. It's this glazed lemon loaf by Tazo. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I had it like within like half an hour of opening the package. I went and made it because it sounded so delicious. And then she also sent me like a vanilla bean macaroon, and that one was amazing too. I don't know where she's getting these dessert Tazo teas. I need to find them because my like local shop only carries like the Earl Grey and the passion and the orange and other things like that. Just the basic floral or herbal teas. They don't carry any dessert ones, so I have to go like scavenge around to find these dessert teas, or maybe I'll just order them offline if that's possible. I'm gonna get some more of that tea. She also sent me a sweet little chocolate, which was in this adorable little unicorn card that she sent me as well, which I ate that while I was reading. And then she sent me this adorable little array of her handmade charms, which I've been using this one like crazy. Look at this little skull. Isn't it so cute? And this adorable little butterfly. Now, my daughter, who is 8.5, she is learning to crochet at the moment. So she has pretty much staked a claim on this one for her next project. And there's this little purple charm and a cute little key and a little flower. She likes that one too. And they're adorable. And the best thing about these ones is the lobster claws on them are so big that they will fit over a chunky weight yarn, which is fantastic. I don't like the little like round plastic loopy kinds. I like the metal clips, not even just for progress creepers, but for stitch markers as well. I use the clasp kind more than I do anything. And this is just a kilt pin. I use it for my shawls, but I thought it'd be a nice way to be able to display them. So thank you, Hannah. I really appreciate it. I actually sent her a package. I hope she should have gotten it by now. Maybe I should track it just to make sure. I sent her a package for the, oh gosh, what was it called? The Instagram hashtag, the get your yarn wishes granted. I sent her a package for that because she wanted some fingering weight yarn. So I did pick her up a hank, if you will, a skein, maybe a skein. Picked her up a skein of the Wonderland Yarns yarn that I like. I can't remember the name of the colorway. It was like so bright and sticky, or maybe it was Happy Summer Days. I think I got her. That's something like that. Maybe she'll talk about it in the next podcast of hers, but it was just happy like rainbow colors, very bright pops of bright pink and red and blue. I think there was some yellow and green in there too, but if you've watched Hannah's podcast, you know she loves pink and blue. So I thought it was absolutely perfect. And then I got her a little little bag and some teas I sent her for that too, just to make it a little extra special. So now that we've got all that covered, let's go ahead and jump right into finished objects. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to play with it the whole episode here. There we go. Finished objects. So I don't have a lot of them because a lot of them were for the show that I did last Saturday. you English podcasters have got like some sort of advance on the people here in USA. Either that or maybe Michigan is just, my little rural area is behind the cool new things. But mustard, I know you all love mustard over there. You're always talking about all these awesome mustard projects that you're doing. I made a bunch of these headbands, like ear warmer headbands, in all different colors. Gray, maroon, teal, black. And I grabbed some mustard from my last show. And this show was much busier than my last one even. And I sold all of these except for the mustard ones. Nobody touched the mustard ones. All the other colors were gone. So I was kind of surprised about that. But yeah, here's the headbands that I knit up for. Headbands, ear warmers. Oh, it matches my outfit today. Gold, mustard. That's Lion brand. I don't remember what it's called. Thick and Quick maybe? Lion brand something. And I made a bunch of those for the show. I also did some more of my unicorns. I also did some of the Wanderlust hats, like a blue and a green one, and I posted a picture of that on my Instagram already. That way, in case I didn't have them for this, I would at least have a picture to refer to so you could see what I'm talking about. It's a pattern by Kirsten Holloway, looks like. Kirsten. Really easy pattern to follow, and the hats are really cute. I'm actually not a hat person, but I wore one because I really liked it, a green one. I might end up making one for myself. A cousin of mine, his wife and him are having their second child, a little boy, and she wanted a little turtle set, you know, just make like the shell and the hat that goes with it for the newborn photos. And she's also a Ninja Turtle fan. So I made just the plain, drop my paper. I made just the plain set, which I'll have to insert a picture of. I did take a picture, but I wasn't thinking about using it for the podcast. I was just sending it to my sister to show her what I made. But I'll insert the picture anyway so you can kind of understand what it looks like. It's just the little shell that you lay over the baby when they're all snuggled up with the hat. And then I also made her a second hat, which has like the bandana mask. I don't know what you'd call it. The orange Michelangelo color. And it goes all the way around, and it's got like a little knot and the little two pieces that hang down in the back. Because that's her favorite Ninja Turtle. So I threw that in there for him just to have, even if she doesn't use it. Because the colors looked a little funky with the shell, in my opinion. That's why I just made the two hats. So she had. I do have two more that I can actually show you. I can actually show you these. Are you ready for this? I did. Bear with me. For the two baby showers, which, yes, the one baby shower is technically tomorrow, and it's in a different state. So I should have sent that package off a while ago, but when we get further into the works in progress, you'll understand why that one is still here. So anyway, it's a unicorn, a rainbow unicorn. So this one is for Kayla, for her new soon-to-be little girl. She's having the rainbow baby, I told you. And the blanket I'm working on. That's the reason why it hasn't got sent out yet. I did get this part done though, so that was very exciting. This is a pattern, paid for pattern, by Marigurumi. It's a personal use pattern, but it's totally worth it. Look how cute it is. Look at his little bubbly feet. Adorable. I actually have an alien pattern that looks very similar to that with the bubbly feet, but I think a lot of amigurumi have kind of a similar design, don't they? Round and round. And then for my cousin Stacy's little girl, her baby shower is next weekend on the 9th. I did a little ombre pink action with the gray And that gray has actually got, ooh, they show up really well. These gorgeous little sparkles. Aren't they precious? It's a Karen party yarn, I think. But it's like a purplish pink and a yellow and blue. And it's in the horn, in her hooves. And then I actually put, I don't know if you can see it in there too. Oh, there's one. The white in the mane is also one of the Karen sparkle party yarn looking things too. So they are full of sparkles, which is very exciting in my opinion, because sparkles are amazing, obviously. So I do have those two done. Part of their baby shower presents are at least partially completed. And that's all the finished objects I have. But I say all. That is actually quite a significant amount of finished objects when you see how much work in progress I've done in the last 2 weeks. Again, keeping in mind, I do have 5 children. Occasionally I'll babysit a little like 5-6 month old baby, and you know, school, homework, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 12 snacks, a million diapers with twin babies, baths. I do stay up until like 1 to 2 a.m. almost every morning working. And I'll squeeze it in during nap time whenever I can. Keeping that in mind, let's move on to my works in progress. Might as well jump right in with those. Let's start with, if I can get it out, me. We'll start with this one. This is a knit baby hat that I've been working on. This is made with that Bernat baby yarn I showed that I said I was going to do a hat out of. And I'm very excited that I'm actually able to do it. It's a magic loop. And these are actually part of my stash enhancement, if you will. I'm not sure I put the, there it is. I got some H.O.O point protectors. Ooh. I picked those up while I was at A Piece of You picking up Hannah's yarn and, you know, some more stuff, because you can't walk out of a yarn shop with one thing for somebody else. Let's get real. So I did get, it's a 2-pack. I'll show you the other pair in a little bit, but they're these really soft, like gel rubber. They're flexible, so you can use them for a lot of different sizes, which was really cool. But anyway, hat. The colors look really vibrant. It's a little more dull in real life, but I'm very excited that it's actually looking like a hat. It's nice and stretchy and soft. I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous to finish it, but really after some of the other things I've been doing with knitting recently, I'm not too intimidated. I was a little concerned about what my turns would look like, but really, I think they're turning out pretty tightly. This one's got a little bit of a seam right here, but I've been trying to fix that too by keeping it a little bit tighter. It's blown out. There we go. Yeah. I'm working on it. It's my first hat. My baby's crying. Okay, well, I guess you can come sit with me. We'll talk together. No. Apparently we're going to get joined by one of the twins. Yeah, we're going to get joined by one of the twins. This is Grayson. Can you say hi? Say hi. You're so tired. You should have stayed in bed. This isn't the baby that was even crying. His brother was crying, but it woke him up. And this one does not go back to bed when he gets woke up. So anyway, back to the baby hat pattern. Baby hat. That is a basic baby hat pattern. Free on Ravelry. Yeah, it's written by Heather Tucker. Easy to follow. It's nice that she gives like measurements of everything, sizes you need to make, and gauge. I actually did. Be so proud. I did a gauge swatch on this. I did most of a gauge swatch. I did about the width part and made sure that that measured good. I was not going 30 rows when the rest of it seemed to measure fine. As long as the measurements are right with the finished project, I would assume that's all that really terribly matters. So I'm going with that. I know, babe. Just relax. Well, Well, you should have stayed asleep. This might get a little interesting. He likes to stay awake and run around. So, other works in progress. We did the hat so far. So let's start off with the baby blanket that I haven't made like any progress on. As far as I've gone, I did, without that blowing out, there we go. I did the borders on 2. I actually did the borders on 4, but there we go. The first 2 that I did them on, for some reason I was thinking it was supposed to be in the back loops. Oh! Only like a part of a loop. So I did that, and it was just really thin, and I was a little concerned that it was not gonna hold together very well. So with these, I made sure I went through the full stitch around here, and then up here it does say back loop only, but I ended up grabbing that 3rd loop in the back, so it's a lot sturdier in my opinion. So I'm hoping that holds up better. Obviously they need to get blocked because they're just a big wobbly mess, but when you lay them flat, please don't kick the camera. When you lay them flat, they do lay out nice. Okay, so anyway, Josh's mom just called. Want to know about presents for kids, so let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. We'll readjust. So we did the hat, the blanket. Now the next baby shower I have a baby shower coming up the 9th for my cousin Stacy. And this is the unicorn mandala that we had talked about previously on the last episode. I did decide to go with a corner-to-corner blanket. Look at all the pretty colors. I love that little pop of grayish purple in there. Going through, I think it's only going to take me the 2 balls because I don't like them to be too big for a baby blanket, personally. I should have enough to do the rest of the blanket because I'm already that far back into it. Have enough to do the rest of the blanket, and then you can close it. Go ahead. And then do just a little bit, like a single crochet border around the edge, I believe is what I'm thinking. It's really not. There we go. That's more true to color there. It's really not quite as vivid as it appears. Well, move it. No, it's got to come this way. Got to bring it out. Bring it out before you can close the door. But yeah, so I've done a lot of work on that, as you can tell. A lot of my free time while I was watching Outlander and catching up on that. I worked on that quite a lot. And I worked on it last night when we watched Vikings. You gotta move the door stopper, babe. You gotta move that. That's gotta come out. But yeah, I worked on that last night when we watched Vikings too. So we're all caught up on that now for the new season. Show's amazing. This is really difficult when there's a child awake. So the big thing I've been working on that's been taking up the majority of my time is the Harry Potter Owl Sets, the Christmas order that I have to get done. I did the biggest portion of it already. 2 sets. Ooh, that looks really blue. It's not that blue. Why does it look so blue? It's purple. Can I hold it back here? That's a little more purple. It's purple. It's a very like violet-y. It's a very violet-y purple and black. And then, don't mind the little jump there because the wings are going to go over that part anyway. But the patches go down here. And then the eyes and the beaks and the wings. So I got to sew all that part on yet for those. House owls. 2 Gryffindor. Gryffindor. Go, Gryffindor. Yes, orange. Very good. And then 2 Hufflepuff, which look a little Charlie Brown right now. 2 Ravenclaw. 2 Slytherin. It's bent that way. They match, I promise. And then 2 head wigs. So, I've got the massive part done. All the bodies are done. Now, I just have to cut out the felt pieces and then sew on all the wings, beak, eyes, and all the crusts, which is quite a bit of work still. But it's not as much as making the bodies, because crocheting those has taken several hours. So obviously, that's the main reason. Oh, gone. Okay, that's the main reason I haven't gotten any work done on the rainbow blanket, because it's. You went up. The rainbow blanket, like I said, her baby's not due yet. It's not gonna make it there for her baby shower, but oh well, she'll still get it. I mean, that's the important thing, right? I'm still making it for her. On top of that, I just had another cousin announce they're having a boy, which we didn't even know she was pregnant. A friend of mine announced she's having a girl. Nobody knew she was pregnant either, really. Another friend of mine just found out she's pregnant, and a distant friend of mine also just announced that they are pregnant as well with their 3rd. So we're going to have a lot of baby gift making going on here very soon. As far as whips go, that is not all of them. I have one more in my Donut Worry Be Happy bag, which I'm very excited about this. This does house the other needle keepers in the pack that I bought. I did, in my opinion, quite a bit of progress, because this is where I was when I left you on my Hermione socks, and this is where I am now. You guys, I did a heel. Look at, it's beautiful. It looks so gorgeous. Can you see that? Look at it, it's so pretty. And there's not even any holes. Look how beautiful that all came together. Like, I am so proud of myself. Now, to be fair, I didn't write her name down. Oh, darn me. But to be fair, I did follow the YouTube tutorials on how to do the socks. But I've tried them on, and they fit amazingly. Like, they're so snug. Now, the only part I have to try and figure out myself is how long to make the instep. Don't kick the camera. How long to make the instep. So, I bought these mainly for the fact that I need to try them on, or I'm not going to know how long to make it, and I have to kind of write it down and kind of keep track of how many rows I'm putting in as I go. But look, it's like almost there. I just got to do a bit more of the foot. It looks like a really huge sock, but I promise it's not that big. I got to do a bit more of the foot and then the toe. Now the problem is I got to figure out how much the toe actually takes up. I do got some long toes, but I got to figure out how much room the toe actually takes up before I can figure out how much instep I need to do. You got food on your face. Look at you, piggy poo. But twins are not identical, so this one does not look anything like the other one, just in case you're wondering. Anyway, I'm really proud about my sock, you guys. Like, I was terrified to do that heel, but that video really, like, she told you where to pick up the stitches at. And look how pretty it's turning out. Like, there's the stocking that part of the bottom. Heel flap and gusset. Look at that. I've done all my decreases coming down. So now it's just in the round with the pattern. This beautiful pattern. Until I get to the toe. What? You want to see it? So yeah, I'm very excited that we've made so much progress on those. Like I said, it's not really a lot of progress, but I conquered the heel, which was the most terrifying part for me. And I thought I did a great job. I just have to repeat it, which that sounds pretty terrifying too. I'm not sure where to drop that. There we go. That's all the works in progress that I've got going on right now. I mean, not all, but the main ones we talked about on the last episode. So we're gonna move on to stash enhancement. I'm so excited. Remember that order from Knit Picks? What? You be careful up there. Do you remember that order from Knit Picks that had put in from that sale. I got my stuff. I got my stuff. I'm so excited. Look at this book, people. Look at this book. It's huge too. There's like, I think I said 15 projects in here. Surprisingly, it was, like I said, it was $1. So when I bought it for the one, possibly two patterns I thought I might make, it was still worth it. But after I got it, there's way more. There's this one. Yes, thank you. This was one of the ones that I had to have. One of the reasons I bought it. The Ashness Ridge by Jeanette Cross. Yes. I probably won't make it that color, but it's gorgeous. Now, I say make, like I'm actually going to do this anytime soon. Probably not. Because as we all know, I have a lot going on. Yes, go ahead and get up. But I've also never made a garment. And a lot of these have a ton of charts. I've never really done chart and crochet or knitting at all. So I'm going to have to get used to that. Another one is this Romantic Lace Edge Cowl. Now this one, when I saw on the website, but when I see it in here, look how beautiful that is. Yes, doggy's good girl. Isn't that beautiful? So that's another one I'm probably going to end up wanting to make. And there's a couple more. I won't show all of them. But this one, the Faced-In Cardigan. This is the one that I was talking about that I thought was really intriguing. As you can see, it is a cardigan. So it is open up front here. Very basic like stocking knit. And I'm pretty sure it's in a worsted. Stocking knit all through here. And then back here it's got this gorgeous detail. Isn't that beautiful? They have another picture. Careful, don't knock the camera. Picture. They got a picture of the back of it. Look at the way that flows. How beautiful is that? Yes, thank you. That was the one that I saw. Don't mind the baby touching the tripod. But anyway, that was the one that I saw, and I'd probably make it in the gray color too. Maybe a bit of a darker gray, but I do love a good neutral gray. There's also this yoked blouse. Obviously wouldn't make it in that color. Beige is not my thing. Just wash me out. But look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I'll probably end up wanting one of those too. So yeah, there's also this water lily stole. This is the one I thought might be a maybe. Take a picture of it, maybe. There, we'll go that way. With this gorgeous lace work. A lot of it, like I said, is charted. There are some written instructions too, so I'll probably have to do a lot of Google searching. Okay. Along with the book, I did get the digital download, which I talked about previously. And then I got the... just gonna throw it on the ground. My Knit Picks yarn. It is the sock yarn. I was a little off on some of the colors, but let's go over them. This is the Punch Bug. I believe it was Punch Bug. Look at the rainbow. Oh my gosh. These are not my colors, but if they're on my feet, it won't matter because they make me happy. Nobody will see them, and you don't have to put them up by my face because, again, not really my jam, if you will. And then here is the Cheshire Gren. I love it. Look at all the purples and the tealy blue and the aqua blue. How gorgeous is this? So beautiful. These are the superwash merino wool and nylon. 218 yards. It's only 50 grams, but that's quite a bit of yardage. So I was going to do, but I think last time we talked about it, I was thinking about doing the Rose City Rollers pattern with some of these. But they have that rolled cuff. And I would think that would bother me. Like, I think that'd be uncomfortable. Like, but I would think that rolled cuff would, like, be kind of agitating. So I don't know if I'll make those. I do want to buy Nathan's the Sockmatician, his toe up vanilla sock, 2 at a time. I'm probably gonna buy that, but I haven't bought it yet because if I had bought it, I don't think I'd be able to resist casting on. What are you doing? Oh, okay, thank you. Especially with this one. This is the Witch's Brew. The colors on this, oh my gosh. And like I said, I was thinking about getting a contrast color to do heel and toe with. I did go, you okay? I did go to my local Joann's. So unfortunately I wasn't able to make any of the Black Friday sales, but I did go and I did get some Deborah Norville sock yarn in a black to do the contrast heel toe with this. So there's a little fly. Oh my gosh, that's really annoying. If I had bought the 2 at a time recipe from the Sockmatician, I probably would have already cast those on. I don't think I'd have been able to stop. So I'm holding off on buying it so that I don't cast them on because I don't have time for that right now. So that's all that I got from that Knit Pick sale. I did stop out at the PCU and I got, like I said, the yarn for Hannah, and I did get those point protectors for my needles, and I also picked up a skein picked up a skein of this Ultra Alpaca by by Berroco, I believe it's pronounced Berroco, B-E-R-R-O-C-O. It is a 50% superwash wool, 30% nylon, and 20% super fine alpaca. And it's very natural, and there's a reason for that. I was watching, I don't remember what one I was watching, some YouTube show. So anyway, off to the side they had the little, like, you're okay, the recommended or the up next kind of thing. And had the Little Drops Wonderful podcast. And she was dyeing yarn with Kool-Aid, which seems absurd, but I ended up watching several, hush, hush, baby, sit down. I ended up watching several videos of people doing the Kool-Aid yarn dyeing. So I bought a cheaper skein of just a plain Jane yarn, sock yarn, and I bought some Kool-Aid in different colors. Now on the Little Drops of Wonderful podcast, she ended up, her purple turned out really good, and a lot of people's don't, but I noticed she really diluted her purple, where a lot of people didn't, and theirs turned out more brown. So if I do the purple, I'm going to end up diluting it like her. I'm debating between like the hand painting it in the different sections, or if I want to do like the speckled kind. I don't know, there was a lot of different methods I watched, but okay. So yeah. Okay. So this is going to be a project for myself and my oldest two. They're 8 and 9. So I thought, okay, let's try and burn through the rest of this real quick. Well, I still have a chance. One's got crackers, one's back asleep. Fingers crossed we can finish. Okay. We talked about the sock yarn, alpaca yarn, part alpaca, superwash wool, alpaca. And now that I'm doing this, my face is starting to itch again. Which, if you watched the last podcast, you'll notice I scratched my face a lot. And I thought it was just like a weird nervous habit. I'm starting to think I have a wool allergy. I mean, I thought I used to when I was little, but I don't remember. And I had a lot of allergy shots, and I never really wore wool. But the more I touch it, no other part of me itches, but my face is really sensitive, and I'm thinking allergic, which is not okay, because I was planning on making this with my older two, and then making a shawl to wear with it. And if I'm allergic to it, I can't be wearing it by my face. Maybe I'll have to make something for them. Maybe I'll make them hats, seeing as how they're gonna help me make the yarn. I was kind of hoping to have something nice that they made, that we we made together. Let me fix my camera. Sorry. That we made together that I could wear. Please don't open that. Anyway. Oh, so yeah, I'm getting itchy. This is not cool. I know, right? So yeah. Hopefully, I might have to do some testing and figure out if this is what's causing it. I guess worst case scenario, it's probably the wool. Maybe I'll just have to switch to like alpaca. But I don't really want to have to do that. Like if I wear them on my feet, I would think it would be fine because I've tried it. I tried the sock on. I have it on my hands and my arms, and I don't feel itchy anywhere else. So maybe as long as I don't have it by my face, which is crap because I bought a bunch for shawls. Such is life, right? So last bit of my stash enhancement, I did buy another set of bags. Look at it. It's got little feathers and stuff on it. And again, it's got the cute little satiny polka dot inside. And this one says Brave with more feathers and arrows, which I know it's supposed to be like Native American. But every time I see it, this is probably going to end up, I'm going to change my Hermione socks into this bag because, come here baby, because when I looked at it, the only thing I could think of, I'm going to edit so much of this. So anyway, it reminded me of the 5th Harry Potter movie when Harry is talking to Professor Slughorn and he's like, "Be brave, Professor. Be brave like my mother." And that's all I can think of every time I see that. So I'm going to have to move my Harry Potter related project into that bag. Because I'm a nerd like that. Look at your hair. You need a haircut. It's so long. I love you. Are you okay? We fell off the bed. And cheese just went everywhere. So anyway, that's the last bit of my stash enhancement. As far as whips and foes and whatever. That's all we've got going on for now. So hopefully next time I will have 2 blankets done and probably gifted and sent off already. I want to do a hat. I want to finish that hat. And I'd like to do another hat in the rainbow color to match the rainbow baby blanket to ship off. So each one will be like a hat. I do want to try and make my cousin some of the headbands still. A blanket and unicorn. Mama, and then I'll have pictures of the Harry Potter owls because those have to get made and sent off. A lot of this is going to be pictures that I'll have to just kind of insert because I'm not going to have them on hand because they are being gifted before the next episode will be able to be done. I'll probably have started, hopefully, my other Hermione sock. I'm hoping to finish the first one and start the second. And then hopefully maybe be doing some 2 at a time vanilla socks in that Witch's Brew colorway. I'm super excited for that. So yeah, that's about all we've got for today. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap up. Can you say bye? You want to say it again? Can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And we'll see you next time. Nothing so far. There's somebody walking by the house rapping. Okay. I totally lost all train of thought. But yeah, so shout out to my sister because she does unique makeup, which if you've ever heard of unique makeup, you know that yes, it's fairly expensive, but but it's worth it. Like, I don't own a lot of it because I'm pretty sure in the last one I said I was a very budget conscious person. But thankfully, because she sells it birthdays and Christmas, whenever they come around or whenever I do a party, I tend to get a little bit of my own. But she got like one of the new anniversary collection palettes, and she came over to do a video today because I have really terribly dark circles from having 5 kids and getting no sleep, because I crochet and knit after they go to bed, so I never sleep. But she came over to do a video today of how to help get rid of some of the dark circles. So I obviously volunteered for that, and then I got to play with her makeup, and I got to play with this gorgeous new eyeshadow color. It looks like a mermaid palette. It's pretty sparkly, but it's got like a black undertone, so it's like dusky and sparkly. I love it. I'm gonna have to get some. They got that dip and draw eyeliner. It hasn't budged since I put it on, which is pretty cool. I did have lipstick on earlier too, but I ate some cheddar broccoli soup for dinner and I wiped it off without thinking. So now we're just back down to chapstick. It works.